One of the products Apple was strongly known for back in the day was their iPods, their iPod Nanos, as well as the iPod Touch. So I want to welcome you to a new segment I want to try out called the Tech Scene Retro Tech. So in this series, we're going to take a look at technology from older years, and why I thought it was fitting to start with the Apple Ipod Touch was that this was a piece of tech that cemented me as a person in the space of technology. Right. Long story short, I never owned a phone until I was in university, and that was because of the need for it. And this gave me all the needs that I actually needed to have. Music, back then internet wasn't such a big thing, but all games and everything, and this was ahead of its time for whatever it was. So the iPod Touch specifically started off, I think, back in 2007, and Apple continued to create this all the way up until 2019, which was their last version that they released, which was the 7th generation of the iPod Touch. This version that we're looking at right now may seem small, but this was actually the 4th generation of the iPod Touch. This came with FaceTime, came with YouTube, Maps, and as well as all the games, music, and everything. Back in the day when I did purchase this, right? Well, I didn't purchase it, but when it was purchased for me, I think we paid about 1,200 Rand, 1,200 Rand, and this came directly from the US by a relative. This version, as I said, is the 4th generation version, and I think we did purchase it back in 2010, 2011. And it's been going strong since then. And I think my most favorite feature about this was the battery life, because you didn't need to have a 35-watt charger, 65-watt charger, or anything. You literally took the cable, original Apple cable right here, not lasting that well, but I mean, it's more than 12 years or almost 10 years. It's wrapped up there, the plastic's cracking, but all you had to do was plug this into a PC and charge it. And that was the best thing. And apart from just charging it, the battery would last weeks. Right now, I charged this, I think, like about 4 days ago. And the battery is still, I'm trying to figure out the percentage now. So this has been running for 4 days and 20 hours. And the battery is maybe 80%, 75% or so. So, hey, you know what? This used to last forever, and I mean, I used to plug in a little headphone at the bottom, and I'd have this thing in my pocket. I'd be playing my music and that sort of thing. So, while doing my research on this, it came up on loot.co.za, and the last known retail price of this, the iPod Touch, whether it was the 6th or 7th generation, was 3,600 Rand. And to think that we paid 1,200 or whatever for this, it's just bonkers. And I mean, the amount of fun that's been had for 1,000 Rand is unmatchable. And the fact that it's still working strong 12 years later is a testament to how good of a product this actually was. And I mean, it got passed down, and as well as it got passed back up. So someone else used it, they loaded their music, and then I refreshed this, reloaded my stuff on it. When I set out to actually start recording this video, it crossed my mind that, hey, you know what? Maybe I should consider loading my music back onto this and using this to the gym instead of me killing my phone in the morning when I go to the gym. So there's that. But I mean, this product was such an awesome thing. And I understand why Apple has taken it away. It gave them the boost right in the beginning with their iPod Touches, the iPod Nanos, the iPod Minis, and all of those things. But because this is built into a phone now, people rather buy a cheap phone for 1,000 Rand and use it like that than actually buying something that's dedicated to music. And I guess that's how the markets have evolved, because if we think about the start of back in the day where we had tape or Walkmans, you had the Walkman, you'd put your cassette in and you'd play it over your earphones, and then slowly we upgraded that to a CD player, and then came these things which were MP3 iPods and all of those things, and then came about phones which made these things obsolete. But that doesn't mean that this wasn't an awesome product. So that was the quick look at the iPod Touch from the 4th generation. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. In the comment section below, you can let me know what other products you'd like me to look at from back in the day, back from your childhood. We can bring them back, whether it's the PlayStation Portable, whether it's a Wii or anything like that. If you want me to go out looking for a Nintendo NES console, I will go ahead and do that just to make this retro tech segment work. But guys, thank you very much for watching. As usual, my name's Prashant, and I'll catch you in the next